Welcome to our countdown of the top 10 haunted places in Virginia, where history and horror collide. From eerie mansions to abandoned hospitals, these locations are haunted by the restless spirits of the past. Are you brave enough to step inside? 1. Ferry Plantation House. They say if you walk the creaking floors of the Ferry Plantation House at midnight, you won't be alone. This 1830s house in Virginia Beach is soaked in centuries of sorrow, its foundations built upon the blood-stained ground of 11 documented deaths. A former courthouse, school, and plantation, its walls have heard confessions, cries, and chilling whispers. The ghost of Grace Sherwood, the so-called Witch of Pungo, is said to haunt the halls, her spirit restless after being tried by water nearby. Visitors report cold spots, shadowy figures, and sudden whispers in empty rooms. But the most terrifying? The phantom footsteps that follow you up the stairs, even when you know you're the only one there. This isn't just a house. It's a trap for the past, and the dead refuse to leave. 2. Bacon's Castle. Deep in the heart of Surry County, Virginia, stands Bacon's Castle, a brooding brick relic from 1665 and the oldest brick dwelling in the U.S. But beneath its historic charm lurks something far darker. This was once the site of political rebellion, violent conflict, and untimely death. They say the spirits of those who fought and fell here never left. Witnesses report a ghostly woman in white drifting through the halls, and strange lights flickering in rooms that have long been abandoned. Mirrors fog without reason, doors slam with unseen force, and cold drafts wrap around your neck like invisible fingers. But the most disturbing tale? The demon dog, a black snarling beast with glowing eyes, said to stalk the grounds, vanishing the moment you scream. Step inside Bacon's Castle, if you dare, and pray the past doesn't follow you out. 3. Martha Washington Inn. The Martha Washington Inn in Abingdon, Virginia, may look like a grand southern retreat, but behind its elegant facade lies a history steeped in sorrow, blood, and restless spirits. Built in 1832, this former women's college and Civil War hospital has seen love, death, and unspeakable pain. Guests whisper of a ghostly nurse still roaming the halls, searching for the wounded soldier she once loved, a man who died in agony beneath the inn's very roof. In room 403, the piano plays by itself at night, echoing the haunting lullabies once sung to dying men. Bloodstains that refuse to fade, chilling screams in empty corridors, and the overwhelming sense of being watched. All signs that this inn never forgets. Stay the night, and you may just meet the past face to face, whether you're ready or not. 4. Hunt Club Farm. Once a quiet farmland in Virginia Beach, Hunt Club Farm hides a sinister past beneath its soil. Legends whisper of a brutal murder that left the land cursed, its spirits forever trapped in a cycle of terror. Visitors report eerie figures lurking between the trees, shadowy hands reaching out from the darkness. The barn, once home to livestock, now echoes with the laughter of unseen children, ghostly echoes of lives cut short. The wind carries whispers that don't belong to the living, and footsteps crunch in the dirt. But no one is there. Every October, the farm transforms into a haunted attraction. But those who dare to enter know one thing for sure. Some of the screams in the night aren't part of the show. Would you walk these haunted grounds alone? 5. Edgewood Plantation. Nestled in the shadows of the James River, Edgewood Plantation holds more than just history. It holds secrets. Built in 1849, this once grand home became a Confederate outpost during the Civil War, where spies whispered, soldiers bled, and hearts broke. But one soul never left. The spirit of Lizzie Rowland, a lovelorn woman who waited endlessly for a soldier who never returned, still lingers in the upstairs window. Guests report seeing her ghostly figure staring out, lost in eternal sorrow. Doors lock and unlock on their own, chandeliers sway with no breeze, and footsteps echo through empty halls. Some say they've heard Lizzie weeping in the dead of night. Enter Edgewood Plantation, but be warned, some love stories never end, even in death. 6. Colonial Ghosts, Williamsburg Ghost Tours. Williamsburg may be a town frozen in time, but some of its residents never left. The Colonial Ghosts Tour takes you through streets where history and horror collide. This town, once a battleground of war, disease, and betrayal, is now a stage for the dead. The ghostly cries of fallen soldiers echo in the night. Shadowy figures drift through the governor's palace, and the Peyton Randolph House, one of the most haunted homes in America, still harbors restless souls. Visitors feel unseen hands brushing against them, hear whispers that vanish in the wind, and some even claim they were followed home. Every step you take is a step deeper into the past. But be careful. The past may just follow you back. 7th Street Albans Sanatorium. Perched on a lonely hill in Radford, Virginia, St. Albans Sanatorium is a fortress of misery. Once a boys' school plagued by violence, it later became a psychiatric hospital where the tormented were left to rot. The suffering that unfolded here has stained the very walls. Dark shadows slither through the abandoned halls. Disembodied voices whisper your name, and something unseen watches from the corners. The basement, a place of cruel experiments, is the heart of its horror, where patients endured electroshock therapy and worse. Visitors report sudden nausea, scratching sounds from the walls, and the overwhelming urge to run. But from what? Once you step inside St. Albans, you may never feel alone again. 8. Historic Boxwood Inn. The historic Boxwood Inn in Newport News, Virginia, is a place where time stands still, and so do its ghosts. Built in the 1890s, this elegant inn has hosted Civil War soldiers, weary travelers, and spirits that refuse to leave. Guests report shadowy figures moving through the halls, cold spots that send shivers down the spine, and the unsettling feeling of being watched. The most infamous presence, a spectral woman in white, seen drifting through the rooms before vanishing into thin air. Some nights, faint whispers float through the air, conversations of the past still lingering in the present. But the most chilling tale? Doors that lock on their own, sometimes from the inside. Stay the night, if you dare. But be warned, at the Boxwood Inn, the past never truly sleeps. 9. Swannanoa Palace. High in the Blue Ridge Mountains, Swannanoa Palace stands as a crumbling monument to lost love and restless spirits. Built in 1912 as a lavish gift from millionaire James Dooley to his beloved wife, the palace has since fallen into eerie decay. But something lingers within its marble halls. Visitors report ghostly apparitions drifting through the corridors, mirrors that seem to reflect more than just their own image, and whispers that echo in the silence. The spirit of Mrs. Dooley herself is said to roam the estate, forever waiting for something or someone. Footsteps sound in empty rooms. Cold gusts rush past when no windows are open, and some claim they've seen shadowy figures watching from the grand staircase. Swannanoa may have been built for love, but now it belongs to the dead. Workhouse Art Center. Once a prison cloaked in silence and suffering, the Workhouse Art Center in Lorton, Virginia, now hides its horrors beneath layers of paint and performance. But the past refuses to be buried. Built in 1910 as a correctional facility, it housed suffragettes, criminals, and the mentally ill, many of whom met cruel fates within its cold brick walls. Today, artists create by day, but by night, the ghosts return. Visitors report cell doors slamming shut, icy hands gripping their shoulders, and chilling cries echoing down the empty halls. The most terrifying legend? A spectral figure of a former inmate, her eyes hollow with despair, silently pacing the old cell block. At the Workhouse Art Center, the line between art and agony blurs, and every shadow tells a story you're not meant to hear. That's it for our spine-chilling tour of Virginia's most haunted spots. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, one thing is certain: these places are far from ordinary. Which one would you dare to visit? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more paranormal tales.